John Rawl, who's the media guy at Kawasaki, he hits me up and he goes, "Hey, Kevin, how'd you like to go to North Carolina to ride?" I said, "Well, I've never been, so yeah, that sounds great." And he says, "Well, Pamplico Sound is where they found the Queen Anne's Revenge. It's where Blackbeard, the pirate's from, Edward Teach." And I was like, "Holy crap, really?" And, I'm a history geek, so I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'm all for it." We go out, and as soon as we get out into the Sound, the water turns into the roughest, most immeasurable, disharmonic water I could ever find. It did not matter if we were in the wash of the boat. It didn't matter if we were in the whitewash of the other ski in front of us. That water was the roughest, ugliest water. I mean, I was submarining that ultra every 3 to 4 minutes. I had my bomber glasses blown right off my face. Blown right off. We turned around, couldn't find them. Well, I reached inside and I had a set of goggles, like just racing goggles. And we're getting pounded, and we're getting pounded, and we're getting pounded. And it's blue skies. I mean, it's clear blue skies, but we've got wind, and the wind is just blasting us, and it's just chewing up the water. And I'm like, "How far are we going?" And they're like, "Dude, we got another like 10 miles. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we were on our way to Ocracoke Island." And I'm like, "This is the roughest riding I've ever had to do." And I put the goggles on, and I'm riding with the goggles, and my goggles get blown apart. The lens pops out, and the frame splits. And I'm trying to keep the lens in. I pull them off. I put the lens back in, put them back on, and they're hanging out because the frame is broken. And then it starts like whapping me in the face, and I'm so frustrated. I peel them off, and now I'm just sandblasting my eyes with salt water. And I reason I'm probably about 5 miles into this trek, and I'm like, "I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. This isn't fun for me." We pull up on this little sandbar, and my eyes are swollen shut. I can't see. They're bright red, and I'm fuming. I mean, I am fuming. I'm like, "I don't want to do this. This sucks. Where are we going?" And they're like, "We're not too far from where we need to go. Chill out." I said, "You know what? Let me get some food in me. Let me get like a granola bar and some water in me, and give me a minute." And as soon as they say, "We're going to that lighthouse," there's a lighthouse right at the entrance of Ocracoke Island. And I saw it, and I could see it through my bloodshot, busted eyes. And I'm like, "Screw you guys." And I got on the throttle, and I got the nose up. And I just started, I'm like, "I'm going to knock all my teeth out doing this, and I'm going to break this ski into pieces, but I'm going to get this thing to that lighthouse." And I beat the living crap out of that ultra getting to that lighthouse. And just, I mean, the hood's flapping, the glove box is open. I am just beating the crap out of that stupid thing. And I get there, and I shut the engine off, and I just sit there and wait like an angry 5-year-old. I'm like, "No!" I'm all mad. And they pull up, and they're like, "Are you happy now?" And I'm like, "I'm just glad because we're finally in some break. We're inside of the breakwater." So I'm like, I just need to get off this damn thing. I'm so pissed off. This is our first day. So we get to the island. We get to the little hotel. And all I do is stand in the shower with the water on cold, blasting my eyes just to get the salt out of my eyes. I didn't want it. I barely wanted to eat dinner. I was like, "Just get me to bed. I just want to go to bed." I'm so upset. The next day, we did the most beautiful routes, just these winding creeks and these little finger routes. It was gorgeous. It was God's country. It was beautiful. And the third day, we went on the outside of the breakwater, and it was smoother than the first day, which was crazy, just on the Atlantic. And I was like, hey, how close are we to Kitty Hawk? And they said Kitty Hawk is north, and we'd have to go like another 20 miles north, and we just don't have the gas to go up, around, and come back. And I was like, oh, damn. So I didn't get to see Kitty Hawk, and that was something I wanted to do, was ride past that beach where man flew for the first time. One of the neatest things, I can't remember the name of the island. There's a tiny island inside of that sound where there's feral horses. They're natural horses that just breed, and they're small. They're not miniature horses, but they're just, it's not like you see like a natural Mustang out there. It was these just natural horses that breed on this island. And it was super cool. It was a really neat experience. But if you guys ever get the chance, please, obviously coordinate with the weather. But man, that route, and it was a Snake Creek. We did some amazing little routes around that area, and Pamplico Sound is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I pray it's not all built over and cemented. I pray it's still virgin. One of the neatest things, I got pictures of it too, was there's this whole delta area, and the grass grew probably 5 feet high. If you stood up, I'm 6'2", so if you stood up in the footwells of your ski, you could see over it. But the grass was anywhere from like 3 to 5 feet high, but it had these little routes through it, like a racetrack. John and I started just shooting these little trails, and they maybe were 5 feet wide. They would get to about 10 feet wide, and then they get real narrow. But we would do these little tracks. And I tell you, if you could not read the grass, and see where the shadow was, you were mowing the lawn. That 160 horsepower Ultra, as bone stock and bare bones as it is, boy, we had a blast. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out. This clip was taken from our weekly podcast that we record here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch the whole video, you can go to the Watercraft Journal's YouTube channel, go to playlists, and then click on live sessions. You're going to see it there. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. And again, thanks again for watching our videos, and we hope to see you soon.